Senator-elect Rucker joins us on Metro News Talk Line. Senator, good morning. How are you? I'll call you Senator. You're going to be Senator here in a couple of weeks, but good morning. Congratulations.
Thank you very much, Hoppy.
Has it settled in that you won that race?
I can't say that it has. I'm still kind of, it seems unbelievable. But after a whole year of campaigning, it does feel good, I must say.
Yeah, a whole year of campaigning. You, by all accounts, did a ton of shoe leather on this campaign and a lot of door-to-door. Can you put that in context? How much did you do just door-to-door, handshaking, making eye contact with folks in the district?
Well, it's impossible to give a real specific number. I know that I met about 10,000 voters as I went door to door. I attended fairs and community events, and I have always been an active volunteer, so I've always been part of those type of things, not just because I was a candidate, but I really dedicated myself starting from October 1st of 2015 until Election Day, meeting as many voters as I could.
And why did you decide to go that route?
Well, I will be honest. Like you said, I'm a first-timer. I've never been elected before. I knew that I needed to get an idea of what the concerns were for the entire Senate district. I had run for the 67th delegate race, so I had a very good grasp of the concerns and needs in my delegate district. But, the Senate is a much wider field. So I went to areas I had never been to, went down into downtown Martinsburg and spent a lot of time getting to know the concerns of the citizens there, and, letting folks ask me questions too. And of course, a lot of them want to know, why are you doing this? And what is it you hope to do? And like you said, I'm a conservative, and I would really love to see our state be a more efficient state. I would love to see a smaller government because I do believe that we are kind of bloated bureaucracy down in Charleston, and I would love to see more local control.
Patricia Rucker is with us. She's a senator-elect from Jefferson, Berkeley, and she won election in the November election earlier this month. So you are a conservative. Can you further define that? You talked about economic issues. Do you want to bring a level of further social conservatism to the Senate, or are you going to wait and see what the lead is by Senate leadership?
Well, I actually was very encouraged by the leadership's promise that they're going to allow the caucus to decide what it is that we do. And in terms of social conservatism, I am very socially conservative. I am pro-life. My faith is very important to me. I do believe in Christian principles, and I believe that the voters in my district also agree with me on this. But there is a certain level in which the government really should have very little to do. Like, I do not believe the government should be dictating to people, what they do with their lives, their property, and I will defend individuals' rights. But where the government is involved is in things like, making certain that people's rights and beliefs are protected. And I do believe that we have to protect those things. People have a right to live their conscience, to live their lives as they wish without fear of the government, interfering or punishing them because of it.
I don't want to put you on the spot early. I'll at least let you get to Charleston, but it does sound like you support the Religious Freedom Restoration Act, which failed in the Senate last year, and I don't think that the incoming Senate President, Mitch Carmichael, wants to go down that road. Perhaps you picked up on that in the interview I had with him the other day. Do you have any specific feeling about that?
I do support Religious Restoration Act, specifically because all we're doing is confirming the rights we already have in the Constitution, the First Amendment right to religion. The government is not supposed to be interfering with how people live their faith. So I do believe in that. In terms of what we're going to do this legislative session, again, I know that he, is not making a priority, and I agree with him. We have to fix our budgetary crisis first, and that has to be very important. But I also made a promise to the people of my district who would like to have that certainty that they're going to be able to be protected. So we will see what we can do.
Patricia Rucker's with a senator-elect from Jefferson and Berkeley, and she beat Stephen Skinner by 2,380 votes. You're also in it as an Eastern Panhandler, and I grew up there, still have family there. So you get to Charleston, and you'll find that as you probably know, the Eastern Panhandle is not like other parts of West Virginia. Sometimes folks in other parts of West Virginia look at the Eastern Panhandle and say, well, you guys, it's growing over there. We got bigger problems over here. So there's always this disconnect, I think, that exists between the Eastern Panhandle and the rest of the state. Are you aware of that, or do you sense that?
Absolutely, and many of the folks I met when I went door to door, they just feel like they're neglected, like Charleston just has no clue what their particular needs are here in the Eastern Panhandle, and they would love to see more local control for certain things, because we feel that we can use the money, where we need it to go better than bureaucrats down in Charleston.
Yeah. It's a long drive,
Yes. I'm not looking forward to the drive, but it is what I signed up for, so I will grin and bear it.
Yeah, it is indeed. Have you have you talked with other fellow senators or with Mitch Carmichael to try to get a sense on what's ahead for you?
I'm kind of waiting for the caucus. I've gotten congratulations mostly from most of my fellow senators, but we haven't really gotten into the meat of things. I do hope that we will be able to have a plan in place so that we can be efficient and, work hard and not waste any of the taxpayer time.
Got it. All right. Patricia Rucker, Senator-elect from Jefferson and Berkeley counties, and she will be part of the 22-member majority in the state Senate they got a caucus coming up on December 4th, and then they'll go in session briefly in mid-January for the State of the State and adjourn and be back in February. Patricia, once again, congratulations. Look forward to seeing you in Charleston.
Thank you very much, Hoppy. Have a great day.